Alright, starting off first with a 1963 D mint mark. Now, 1963, there's a lot of these quarters produced. A lot of them are very, very common to have. However, they are 90% silver, so they do have silver value, of course. But this coin here sold for $15,000 only because it's graded by PCGS, the coin grading company, at a mint state 67 plus. Now, if you have this quarter, it's all worn down, 1963, it's not really worth too much, right? But in this condition, it's worth a lot. 15 grand because of that high grade. This is the D mint mark, which we'll see the D mint mark at the bottom here on the reverse of the quarter. Now, we also have the 1963 no mint mark. So we will not have a mint mark on the reverse for this coin. This coin has a very high grade of a mint state 67. The coin grading scale only goes up to 70. 70 is the best grade you can get. And this coin also has a doubled die obverse. So there's doubling taking place on the front of this quarter. So where do you want to look for doubling on the 1963 quarter? Well, you want to look for it on the lettering, on the motto there, "In God We Trust," on the date, the numbers 1963. So always be on the lookout for that. We'll look at a double die reverse here as well in a minute. But this quarter ended up selling for almost $1,000 because of that mint state 67 grade and because of the doubling. Now, here's another example of a double die obverse from 1963. However, this coin only sold for around $40. And that's because the coin was graded at a mint state 63 by Annex as opposed to a mint state 67. Big difference in values there, only 4 grades away from each other. So keep that in mind. Condition is very, very important. So for 1963, we also have the double die reverse. This quarter here has been graded by PCGS at a mint state 65. So again, a very good condition coin here with that doubling on the back of the coin. You want to look for that there on the lettering. We can really see it here on the left side of the M. You'll see it there on the C and other parts of the lettering as well. This quarter ended up selling for around $720. Now, in 1963, we have the no mint mark like we had before. However, this one does not have any types of mint errors or doubling. The reason that this coin sold for over $11,000 is all in its grade. It's graded by PCGS at a mint state 67 plus. That's why the coin is valuable. It's got some nice toning to it as well. If you have these coins, in rough shape again and no errors on them or anything, they're not really that valuable, But in this case, mint state 67 plus, that's why it's valuable. If there's not many of them out there graded at this grade, then that's where the demand comes in. If you only have 5 of these graded at a mint state 67 plus and thousands of them graded at a mint state 66, the 66 is going to be worth a lot less than a 67 plus, right? So grade population is important as well. Now, here's a 1963 that has a mint error. So this has been overstruck onto a 1963 10-cent coin. So a 1963 Roosevelt dime, which will make this a double denomination. One of my favorite types of mint errors besides double strikes are double denominations. You can actually see the chin outline of Roosevelt here on the reverse of the coin. This coin sold for over $2,100. $2,100 for that coin. Now, here's another example of a 1963 Washington quarter design that was struck onto a silver 10-cent planchet. So a silver Roosevelt dime planchet. However, the difference between this and the last coin is that the last coin, the dime was already created. It already had the dime design struck onto the planchet, and then the Washington quarter design struck over the Roosevelt dime design. In this case, the Roosevelt dime design was not struck onto the planchet, just the quarter design onto a dime planchet. That's a lot of planchets in one sentence, right? So this coin did sell for around $675. Does have a grade of an AU55. Next up is a 1963 D mint mark where the Washington quarter design was struck onto a 1-cent planchet. So a Lincoln cent planchet, that's why you got the copper coloration to it. The whole design doesn't fit here on the planchet. It's not all the way around, of course. This coin ended up selling for around $1,300. In 1963, we also have the proof quarter. So you'll see those in proof sets. 1963 proof sets. This one is graded by PCGS at a proof 69 deep cameo. So even though you have it in a proof set, doesn't mean that it's going to grade at a 69 or 70. It's very hard to get these grades, but this coin did sell for around $800 at the time in which it sold. So again, $800 for that coin. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle, check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.